Good morning, dear cadets. So as you know, we are in the physical properties of alkyl halide and aryl halide. Okay, so aryl halide physical property I will teach you later on. First, with the continuation of physical properties of aryl halide, now dipole moment and polarity. Okay, so just see, polarity depends upon dipole moment. If dipole moment is given, very easily you can decide which one is more polar. If two compounds are there and their dipole moment is given, so you can decide, greater the dipole moment, greater will be the polarity. So what we can say, dipole moment is the measure of polarity. Okay, so the creation of partial positive and negative charge in the molecules, that is creation of partial positive and negative charge in the molecules, that is called polarity. Okay, this is not related with the dipole moment. This is called polarity. Is called, here you can write, is called polarity. Okay, now it arises due to difference in electronegativity of atoms present within the molecules. So polarity arises due to difference in the electronegativity of bonded atoms. Polarity can be measured in terms of dipole moment. It can be measured in terms of dipole moment. Its unit is debye. Its unit is debye. Debye d. It is represented by mu, that is equal to E into d. It is represented by mu, that is E into d. So its unit is debye, it is represented by mu, and order of polarity of different alkyl halide is like that: Ri, Rbr, Rcl, Rf. Why in case of Rf this polarity is more? Since magnitude of charge and electronegativity is more. Fluorine, you know that dipole moment depends upon the difference in the electronegativity of two bonded atoms. So greater the difference, greater will be the polarity, we can say. So fluorine is the highest electronegative element of the periodic table. So the alkyl halide which carry fluorine, their magnitude of charge and electronegativity is more, hence polarity will be more. Okay, now there is one question: fluoroderivatives of alkanes are having slightly less dipole moment than that of chloroderivatives. Why? So even though fluorine is having highest electronegativity, so their polarity should have been the highest, but as compared to chloroderivatives, fluoroderivatives will have slightly less dipole moment, even though it should have been more. So this is because of the small size of fluorine. Small size of fluorine. Okay, so just see, in this side I wrote CH3F dipole moment is 1.84, CH3Cl dipole moment is 1.86, CH3Br dipole moment is 1.83, CH3I dipole moment is 1.63. So which is highest? Highest is chloroderivatives instead of fluoroderivatives. Okay, slightly only. Okay, now next one is physical properties of aryl halide. Okay, so now physical properties of haloarenes. See the physical state. Physical state, basically they are colorless liquid. Now order of boiling point of monohalogen derivatives of benzene. Just see here: ido, bromo, chloro, fluoro. Why? Now just see. In earlier case I taught you that polarity is more in case of fluorine, but here I wrote reverse order. Why this is there? Just see, there is a difference in the polarity of haloalkane and haloarene. Here I wrote polarity of haloalkane is greater than polarity of haloarenes. In haloarenes there exists partial double bond due to resonance. So just try to understand here what is there. Here due to resonance what would be there? Partial double bond character will come. in all cases, okay, because of resonance. You know this one. So what would be there? Since in haloalkane, just see, write down one haloalkane. This is CH3, CH2 and X. CH3, CH2 and X, that is there. This is slightly negative, this is slightly positive. Now try to understand here. Here between this carbon, you can write this one in this way also, CH and H, and here this is there. So this is slightly negative, this is slightly positive. Now try to understand here. Here partial double bond character is not there, but there partial double bond character is there. So now this CX bond is more polar. Polarity of haloalkane is greater than polarity of haloarenes. While here what would be there? Partial double bond character will come, because their lone pair will come here in the ring. Okay, so this is the important point. But basic question is, why boiling point of iodobenzene is more? Due to greater size of iodine. Okay, and you know boiling point depends upon interaction or intermolecular attractive force. So greater the size, greater will be the van der Waals force of attraction. This is the reason. Okay, now para isomer will always have high boiling point due to symmetry as compared to ortho and meta for same halogen. Para isomer will always have high boiling point due to symmetry as compared to ortho and meta for same halogen. Just see, this is ortho chlorobenzene, this is meta dichlorobenzene, this is para dichlorobenzene, this is also ortho dichlorobenzene. See, here boiling point is 453 Kelvin, here 446 Kelvin, but here what is there? 448 Kelvin. 448 Kelvin means para is having the highest boiling point. Why? Just see, para form is symmetrical form. If symmetry is there, so packing will be close. So when packing is close, then interparticle or intermolecular attractive force will be more. If intermolecular attractive force will be more, then what would be there? More energy is required to break that interparticle attractive force. Hence, what would be there? Boiling point will be more. Okay. So the polarity of haloalkane is greater than polarity of haloarenes. In haloarenes there exists partial double bond. So all these things you should note down just one point only, isn't it? Because now this year format will change, question paper format will change. Now anyway, any question they can ask. So our preparation should be in such a way so that we should be in a position to answer all the questions. So keep noting and keep understanding. There is one more point here, dipole moment. Para form will have zero dipole moment. Para form, any, like I am taking this one, its dipole moment will be zero. Okay. Now ortho and meta, they will have dipole moment, but para will have zero dipole moment. Why? Para form will have zero dipole moment because it is symmetrical and two equal and opposite dipole cancel each other. Just see here only. Now this Cl, this will be like that, and this Cl, this will be like that. So they will cancel each other. So para form will have zero dipole moment because it is symmetrical and two equal and opposite dipole cancel each other. Okay, that is why para form will have zero dipole moment. Okay. Okay, so just see the first in under chemical property, the first one is nucleophilic substitution reaction. Nucleophilic substitution reaction. So just try to understand. First, understand something about the nucleophile. What are the nucleophile? Nucleophiles are the negatively charged or neutral species which are capable of donating lone pair of electron. Okay, so what is the first and foremost criterion to be nucleophile? They must have lone pair of electron. So just see, in OH that oxygen has got lone pair of electron. In cyanide also lone pair of electron. In isocyanide also lone pair of electron is there. In COOH also lone pair of electron is there. If you are having any problem, you can write like that: C double bond O and H. This is there. Now here what is there? NH2 is there. Here also nitrogen is having lone pair of electron. Here oxygen is also having lone pair of electron. Iodine, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, all are having lone pair of electron. That is why they are nucleophile. They attack on those places where electron density is less. Nucleophile always attack on those places where electron density is less. That is known as electrophilic center. Electrophilic center. Okay. Problem is here means two words: nucleophile and nucleophilic center. Try to understand. Nucleophiles are the species which are having lone pair of center, means lone pair of electron, and nucleophilic center means the center which is rich by electron. Similarly, electrophiles are the species which are electron deficient, okay, and they will attack on nucleophilic center. Similarly, nucleophile, that is electron rich species, will attack on electrophilic center where electrons are less. So I hope that you are getting nucleophile and nucleophilic center. Electrophile, electrophilic center, both are different thing. Nucleophile means species which are rich in terms of electron, which is having lone pair of electron. So where they will attack? They will attack on, means this relation is like that. Just see, nucleophile, okay, and here nucleophilic center. Here what is there? Electrophile. And here what is there? Electrophilic center. Okay, are you getting my point or not? So what is it? Just remember this one. Okay, just see, nucleophile. What is the nucleophile? Electron rich species. Where they will attack? They will attack on those center where electron density is less, means where they will attack? They will attack on electrophilic center. What are electrophile? Electrophiles are electron deficient species. Where they will attack? They will attack on nucleophilic center where electron density is more. Okay, so opposite relation is there. Now let us come back to the basic question. Why does nucleophilic substitution reaction takes place in haloalkane? So just see, in haloalkane what is there? CX bond is there or not? Just see, this is C and X. Okay, X is more, we can write like that also. C here and here, X. This is 2, now here 2, 4, 6, and here what is there? This is bond pair electron. What is this one? Bond pair electron. So here what would be there? C, this, and this one is X. This is slightly negative. This is slightly positive. Are you getting my point or not? This is bond pair electron. Okay. So now since X is more electronegative, that is why these bond pair electrons shifted toward the X. So now X is having slightly negative charge and carbon is having slightly positive charge. So this center, carbon is now, what is carbon here? Carbon is here electrophilic center, electron deficient center, electron deficient center. Electron deficient center. So electron deficient center is only known as electrophilic center. Electrophilic center. And in electrophilic center, now who will attack? Nucleophile will attack, because this carbon is deficient in terms of electron, and nucleophile, they are the species which are rich in terms of electron, so here they will attack. Okay, electron deficient center. Okay, so this is the reason, that is why alkyl halide, or you can say haloalkanes, undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. They undergo nucleophilic substitution reaction. Now try to understand here I will write one thing. Now there is one question. In alkyl halide, what is there? X will be replaced if nucleophile is attacking. Just see here. Now write down here C and here X. Suppose this is nucleophile. Nucleophile is denoted by Nu negative. Okay, this negative sign indicates the presence of lone pair of electron. Now this X, now see the reaction. Reaction would be like that: C here, Nu and plus X, 2, 4, 6, this one. And now just see, halogen has been replaced or not? So halogen atom can only be replaced if attacking nucleophile is stronger nucleophile than X. X is also nucleophile only. X negative here. This is known as leaving group. What is this one? Leaving group. Okay. Now among the halogen, I is better leaving. I, Br, Cl and F. I is best leaving group. Best leaving group. I is best leaving group. Okay. So just see here, nucleophile. If nucleophile is stronger than X, then X will be replaced. Okay, X will be substituted or replaced. Have you got it or not? So just try to understand. This is slightly negative, this is slightly positive. So remember this one, halogen, this CX bond, this bond is only polar, and X can only be substituted. In place of replaced, you can use word substituted. This X can only be substituted if Nu, that is negatively charged, if nucleophile is stronger than X, stronger than halogen. Because stronger you can write like that also. If attacking nucleophile is stronger than X. Okay, because X is also nucleophile only, X negative. So these are the things which should be. What is the meaning of this one? What is the meaning of strong nucleophile? Which is capable of donating pair of electron easily. See, when X is leaving from here, so it takes away their electron also, because between C and X there is the presence of one bond pair here. So that bond pair also it takes. Here you can write, when X leaves, it takes away bond pair electron 2. bond pair electron 2. Okay, yes. Now you can ask why iodine is the best leaving group. Just try to understand. Suppose here iodine is there. Okay, so due to bigger size of iodine, this bond is weak. This bond is Ci bond is weak. So attacking nucleophile, whenever attacking here, I will be leaving easily. Due to bigger size of iodine, this bond is weak. This bond is weak. Have you got it or not? Okay, in this way this is over. Now there are some examples of nucleophilic substitutions reaction. So now as far as basics of nucleophilic substitution reaction is concerned, everything I taught. Only now examples should be taught. Okay, examples of nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, so now examples of nucleophilic substitution reaction. The first one is reaction with NaOH or KOH. Actually the chemical properties of alkyl halide is divided into three categories. First one is nucleophilic substitution reaction, second one is elimination reaction, third one is reaction with metal. So now first one is nucleophilic substitution reaction. So why alkyl halide undergoes nucleophilic substitution reaction and all these things I taught. Now the first one is, first example is reaction with NaOH or KOH. So now just see aqueous KOH. Now just see here KBr here. Now just see why I am telling you you have to take aqueous. In the aqueous form only KOH. See, KOH will be ionized into K positive plus OH negative. So now OH negative is nucleophile. OH negative is nucleophile. Now just see, this is dissociated K positive and OH negative. Now this bond is polar, C positive, slightly negative. So now this is polar bond, this is polar bond. So here what would be there? Now C, here H, here H, here H, and here what is there? OH plus what is here? KBr. Okay, now this will attack here. Okay, this nucleophile will attack here. So now Br is here leaving group and OH is better nucleophile than Br negative. Okay, now if you want to write in the step by, that can also be written. Mechanism is there, mechanism of nucleophilic substitution reaction is there. That time I will tell you. Here I am trying hard to explain actually how the reaction is taking place. Similarly, suppose NaOH is there, in the same way reaction could be there. In place of K, here Na will come and here NaBr. Okay, so this is this reaction is over. Now you can write what is the name of this one? Methyl alcohol, and this is sodium bromide. Okay, now reaction with second one, reaction of alkyl halide or reaction with KCN and AgCN. Okay, KCN and AgCN. Just see, listen here. Now KCN, so this will be dissociated into K positive and Cn negative. So here cyanide nucleophile is there. Similarly here AgCN, that here just see, between Ag and C covalent bond is there. Here what is there? Between K, try to understand, between K and C ionic bond is there. What is there? Ionic bond is there. Between Ag and Cn covalent bond is there. covalent bond. Okay, so in the same way its ionization is not there, as KCN is getting ionized into K positive and Cn negative, AgCN will not ionize. Okay, so now its attack will be taken place from N side, because C is already bonded. You just try to understand. It is like that. Ag, here C, here what is there? Triple bond N. Okay, so here what is there? Lone pair of electron is there. What is there? Lone pair of electron is there. So now in cyanide, this end is, this is attacking end. Carbon is attacking end. Carbon is attacking side. Carbon is attacking side. And now here nitrogen, this is attacking side. This is only attacking side. Okay, no problem at all. Now here carbon is attacking side. Where? In KCN case. In AgCN case, this is attacking side, because between silver and this one covalent bond is there. Which bond is there? Covalent bond. And covalent bond does not ionize. Okay, and now just see, because of this nature, because of the difference in the bonding between K and C and between Ag and C, different kinds of product will be obtained. Just see here. Now suppose I am taking this one, CH3H, and this is Br. Now suppose here I am taking KCN. So what is the product here? Product is HC, here H, and here what is there? C triple bond N. Okay, because attack will be taken place from this side, and now K will come out. K will come out because this is between potassium and cyanide. What is there? Potassium and cyanide. Which bond is there? Ionic bond is there. Always remember this one, cyanide, C triple bond N. Now here and here, this is negative sign. Similarly, O and double bond O. Here what is there? 2, 4, 6 negative. 2, 4, 6 negative. Now here what is there? This cyanide and this one. This is, they are known as, here also this is attacking side, and here also nitrogen is attacking side. So just see, in cyanide C and N both are having lone pair of electron. Here O and N both are having lone pair of electron. So the nucleophile, just see, already I taught you ligand. Ambident ligand is there or not? What is the meaning of ambident ligand? Ligand which can attack from either side, or which can make coordinate bond with the central metal atom from either side of the atom. Similarly, they are known as ambident nucleophile. Ambident nucleophile. Which nucleophile? Ambident nucleophile. What is the meaning of ambident nucleophile? Means which can attack from either side. Which can attack from either of the atom. Okay, means ambident nucleophile are those nucleophile which can attack from either side, either of the atom or either side, this side or this side, here this side or this side. Okay, this is nitrogen side. Okay, now just see. Now basic is ready. So just see, when KCN is dissociating into K positive and Cn negative, so you have got the two sides for attack. It can attack from C side and N side, but this here, in case of this one, it is attacking from cyanide side. because carbon carbon bond is carbon carbon bond. Now here you can write Cn negative attack from C side. Okay, Cn attack from C side because CC bond is stronger than Cn bond. Remember, Cn bond. Okay, just see. Now here option is there. Here this cyanide can attack from C side, can attack from N side, because they are the ambident nucleophile. But see, in this case it is attacking from C side only, because Cn attack from C side because CC bond is stronger than Cn bond. Okay, CC bond. Why CC bond is stronger? Because when carbon carbon bond is there, more amount of energy is released. Bond enthalpy is more as compared to Cn bond. That is why it is attacking from C side. Okay, and the cyanide is the product. What is the name of this one? Cyanomethane, you can say. Cyanomethane or carbylamine. Okay, IUPAC nomenclature is not a matter here. Methyl cyanide you can say, or methane carbamine. Okay, we'll do this one. So now this is the simple reaction. Now in the same way, this reaction can also be done. Here option is not there because between Ag and C covalent bond is there. So C side is already bonded with silver, and covalent bond does not ionize, just like KCl. So now here it will attack from N side only, N side. So now here product is methyl cyanide. Here you write the product name, methyl cyanide. But when AgCN is reacting, the product is isocyanide because it is attacking from N side. Okay, so what is the difference between cyanide and isocyanide? Just see, if there is a bond between, just see, C and here suppose M, so this is cyanide. If there, M means metal. Now if there is a bond between N double bond and coordinate bond C, so this is isocyanide. Isocyanide. This is isocyanide. And what is this one? Cyanide. This is cyanide and this is isocyanide. Okay, no problem at all. Yes, so this is cyanide, this is isocyanide. Means if bonding is taking place from N side, then isocyanide. If it taking place from C side, then cyanide. Same is the case here also. If bonding is taking place from O side, will tell you, the second case will tell you. Okay, so now just will write the reaction with AgCN. Now just see, ambident nucleophile. So what are ambident nucleophile? Which has got more than one donor site. They are ambident nucleophile. Just see here, C and both has got the donor site. Here O and N both has got the donor site. So now just see, reaction of methyl bromide with AgCN. Now in AgCN what is there? Covalent bond is there. Covalent bond is there. So now here what is there? This is N. Now here donor site is this one. Donor site is N, because here covalent bond is there. This bond will not be broken, means carbon is already bonded. So this site is not free. So now here what will be the product? HCH, and here what is there? N double bond, coordinate bond C plus AgBr. So now this is methyl isocyanide, methyl isocyanide. Okay, now you can say here which bond is there? Here carbon and nitrogen bond is there. Which bond is there? Carbon and nitrogen bond is there. Why carbon and nitrogen bond? Because carbon carbon bond is not possible here. Only n side is free. Okay, that is why CN bond is formed. And bond is formed. Okay, no problem at all. So now question they will ask like that: CH3Br plus KCN, CH3Br plus AgCN. So here product is CH3Cn and here product is CH3NC. Okay, so this here product is methyl cyanide, and here product is methyl isocyanide. Okay, methyl isocyanide. Why? Explanation. Why this is there? So already I explained this one. This is ionic bond here covalent bond. So because ionic bond is there, so now C and N both will be the free side. So now it can attack from C side, it can attack from N side, but carbon carbon bond is stronger than CN bond, so it will prefer carbon carbon bond. Here what is there? Here covalent bond is there. Which bond is there? Covalent bond is there. So now here option is not there because it will not be ionized. So now free site is nitrogen. Then what would be there? Attack will be from N side. So now methyl isocyanide will form. Okay, so I don't think any problem is there. Okay, understood or not? Same is the case with this compound. Okay, now just see here. Now reaction with CH3Br, always take Br and I only. Now this time, okay, Br only plus KNO2. This is also ambident nucleophile. Just see. Suppose I am writing KNO2. Okay, so their structure is like that: KON double bond O. Okay, now here 2 4, here also 2 4. Here which bond is there? Here also lone pair of electron is there. Now similarly AgON double bond, this one and this one. Okay, and now try to understand here. This Y is for this one, these two. Explain. Now see here. Now this is the structure of KAgNO2 and KNO2. Now just see here. This bond is ionic bond. Okay, ionic bond. So here what would be there? K positive plus O and double bond O. Okay, 2 4 6 negative sign. And here what would be there? Which bond is there? This bond is covalent bond. So here what would be there? Now try to understand here. This bond will not ionize. So now this site is only free site. Okay, so here again attack will be taken place from N side. Okay, are you getting my point or not? So now try to understand. If it is like that, MnO2 means there is a bond between M and N. So this is known as nitro. If it is like that, ON double bond O, so this is known as nitrito. But in coordination chemistry both are known as nitro O and nitro N, but here difference is there. here MnO2. Okay, so this is nitro, MO and double bond O, nitrito. Now just see here, all basics I taught here. This is ionic and here covalent bond. So here attack would be taking place, you can write like that, AgO and double bond O, this one and this one. Now here this is the attacking side. Now just see here, CH3Br plus KNO2. So here very simple thing is there. Now which compound you will have? Structure is that one only. This is the structure. Okay. So now here compound will be CH3O and double bond O. Okay. This one and this one. This and this. Okay. So now what is this one? This is methyl. What is the name of this? Methyl nitrite. What would be there? Methyl nitrite. Methyl nitrite plus KBr. Now CH3Br plus AgO and double bond O. So now here what is there? CH3 and double bond O, and now you can make here coordinate bond, because this here also please make like that only. Just see, KO and double bond O, lone pair of electron here. So this bond is ionic bond, ionic. Okay. Now here this is covalent bond. This is covalent bond. Okay. So now here just see. Now just say here this is ionic bond. So now KONO double bond O, when dissociate it will form K positive O and double bond O. Here lone pair of electron. Now try to understand. So here both side is free. It can attack from O side, it can attack from N side. Correct or not? Because this is M bident nucleophile. Now try to understand, attack will take place from O side only, because CO bond is same thing here. CO bond is stronger than CN bond. Now here option is not there in this case, because this is covalent bond. So attack will be taking place from this side. So the product is CH3. Now this bond you can make coordinate bond or single bond you can write here. Coordinate bond O. Coordinate bond is also okay. Double bond and O, or single bond you can write O negative sign here. 2, 4, 6 negative here this one. So this is methyl nitrite and this is nitromethane. Okay. So I hope that you understood why that much difference is there. Difference is because of nature of bonding between silver and potassium. Okay. So I hope that you understood this one. Now duration of video is now very much high. Now it is 44 minutes. So I am just binding up now. I hope that you understood this one. Please do it. Thank you.